guys, what's up? Just driving back from the gym and decided to record a video for you guys. I'm trying to make it more, give you guys a more detailed look into kind of like what my day-to-day kind of looks like here. But I do have a specific topic that I want to talk about, and kind of been inspired to talk about this from a couple different recent events. And you know, I want to try and put out more content to you guys, but at the same time, you know, anytime I am talking to you on here about something, it's something that I'm really genuinely passionate about, and you know, I feel like those make the best videos. So that's why I feel inspired right now to share this with you guys. So today I want to talk about why you are not getting the fitness model look that you see online or on fitness magazines. You might feel like you're working really hard, but you're just, you know, you're not seeing the results. So a couple factors come into play here. And generally most people fall into one of two categories, or one of a few categories. So probably one of the biggest is lack of consistency. So what happens is people end up kind of in this yo-yo effect, right? Where they work really, really hard for, let's just say, Monday through Friday, okay? Because anybody that has ever seriously dieted and like made a commitment towards going to the gym knows like how much work goes into just one day. Like literally just one day is a lot of work. It's between prepping out your food, making sure you're eating your meals, not going beyond that, getting into the gym, doing your weight training, doing your cardio. It's a lot of work, just one day. So if you're doing that, you're waking up and you're doing that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, even Saturday. And then Sunday, you're just kind of like, you know what, I've worked so hard. I'm just gonna, you know, skip the gym and order pizza. Like, you know, I deserve this, right? People make these excuses in their head. They'll tell themselves, oh, I deserve this, or, oh, I'll just do extra cardio tomorrow. You start coming up with all these excuses. We're the best salesmen when we want to convince ourselves not to do something, right? We'll come up with a million excuses for why it's okay. And you have to catch yourself doing it. That's the biggest key to your success, is realizing when your mind is trying to screw you over, okay? It's hard. You have to be honest with yourself. Sometimes I've become more aware of it, but same thing happens to me. I'm like, wow, you know what? Like, I'm making an excuse for why I have 5 ounces of chicken instead of 4. I'm supposed to eat 4, but why am I eating 5? I'm just, you know, I'm coming up with an excuse in my head for it. And then, you know, I'm realizing that I'm only cheating myself. So you have to realize that you're only hurting yourself. That's the biggest thing. So, sorry, I kind of went off on a rant there. But if you are working super, super hard 5 days a week, and then, you know, 2 days a week you are not staying on top of your shit, you're not going to make any progress that week. You're not. Especially if you've been dieting for a while. You're like, okay, you dropped the weight, right? Your weight's coming down, and then, oh, it's back up because you had those 2 days. And then you're like, okay, I'll start fresh on Monday. The weight comes back down. Oh, but you went off those 2 days again. So what happens is, even though you're working your ass off, you feel like you're working so hard. You're like, I'm working so hard. Why am I not getting results? Well, that's because you're not being consistent. If you're not consistent, you're not going to get the results that you want, okay? And then you're going to sit there and you're saying, why am I not getting results? Well, you're not being consistent. Are you doing everything you can? Are you literally doing everything you can? You have to be honest with yourself. Don't make an excuse. Are you doing everything possible? Okay, so number one is consistency. Consistency, consistency. If you're going hard for 2 weeks and then you're going off for a week, don't expect to get results. That's number one. Okay, number two is almost like the polar opposite of that, and that is the person that is, I guess you could say, working harder, not smarter. So this person is not taking the time necessary to grow, to build muscle. So this person, you know, they want to stay lean. Okay, so to get this, like, the fitness look that you're looking for is two components, right? It is muscle tone and it's leanness, okay? You cannot build those at the same time unless you're using drugs, especially as a female. It's not going to happen. Maybe when you first start lifting, it can happen, but, you know, that's short-lived. Eventually, it's not going to happen. So you cannot just be lifting weights and simultaneously doing a ton of cardio and, you know, having your calories really low and think that you're ever going to achieve this look, okay? You're going to be working your ass off and you're pretty much always going to look the same, okay? This is the person at the gym that you see them there all the time, but, like, you know, they always look the same. You're not really making any real progress, okay? You can't be scared to eat more, to back off the cardio. It's not going to happen all at once. It's going to happen in phases, okay? That's the biggest thing. So when you see people with, like, these transformation shots and it's like, you know, they are showing, like, before and after, and it's like a only been, like, you know, 4 months or whatever. They didn't start lifting at, you know, 4 months ago. They've been building that physique for years, okay? And then they just leaned out in 4 months. They didn't build that physique in 4 months. They leaned out in 4 months. They took the time to grow. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to put on a ton of body fat. If you are putting on unnecessary body fat, that's going to increase the amount of estrogen, which is not going to help you build muscle. So, no, you don't need to get, like, sloppy in your off season. You can slowly add in calories each week. And I can do another video on that. That's a whole nother tangent. Reverse dieting is, you know, the way to get your calories up and to build muscle and to stay lean. So there are optimal ways to do it. But those are probably the biggest reasons as to why you're not getting that fitness model look that you're going for. And in terms of, like, leaning out, like, if you have been lifting weights for a while and you're wondering why you're not leaning out as much, it really just takes a lot of time. I remember before I did my first, like, show prep, I was, like, you know, lifting for a little while, and I decided to kind of do, like, a mini cut, I guess, on my own. And I was just, like, still, like, I was like, well, why am I not, like, as lean as, like, these girls on stage? You know, I'm like, I know I could get a little bit leaner than I look. Again, it's just consistency. It's time and consistencies. Like, people don't realize, and, like, unless you've done a show and you've gotten your physique to that level, most people just don't realize, like, how much time it actually takes. Like, even if you just have, like, 10 pounds to lose, like, when you're already, you know, pretty lean, like below 20% body fat, it's gonna take, like, 12 weeks, you know. A pound a week is ideal. That's if, like, your metabolism is you know, in peak conditioning, you know, okay, fine, that's an ideal prep, is a pound a week. But a lot of times that doesn't happen that way. My last prep, my weight just wasn't really coming down that much. So, you know, it's always good to have more weeks so that when your weight isn't dropping, you know, you're not, like, on a crunch time. Like, you don't want to be like, well, I have 10 pounds to lose, let me do a 10-week prep. No, like, if you have 10 pounds to lose, then, you know, at least a 12 to 14-week prep. So it's always a good idea to have more time. So just being consistent is going to be the way to get yourself to those results. So sometimes, too, it helps to switch up your workouts. You know, if you're always doing kind of the same style of training, you want to, you know, switch that up, periodize your training. You could do periodized training from daily, weekly, monthly. I'll definitely do some videos on how to switch up your training. But those were the main points on why you might not be getting the physique you wanted. So I hope that kind of gives you guys some insight as to where to start towards working towards your goals. So thanks again for watching, and if you liked the video, please share it. Let people know you liked it, and subscribe. And I just, you know, thank you guys for watching the video today, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.